Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Optimize Evony. Happy Thanksgiving to all the US followers. And I just wanted to do a quick update on some new features that Evony launched, new buffs that no one asked for. Really kind of annoying. But yeah, it was a little bit sneaky. Honestly, I didn't even notice them because unfortunately during, pans, Zoomer, stuff like that, like my announcement box tends to fill up with target disappeared emails. And so unfortunately it makes me miss a lot of the event updates and stuff like that. Normally I do catch them, but since it was Thanksgiving and I wasn't paying quite as much attention, I probably missed them. Unless they didn't send out an update for this, which I wouldn't put it past them. But there's two new things that Evony has launched. The first one being these civilization cards. Basically, you collect these cards and get additional buffs for them. It's in your art hall, and let's open a card pack. So basically, you'll get one for free. It looks like every day that it repeats, and that's basically how I got the ones that I do have. So I have a few of them in this one. But basically, this will give you additional bonuses here. So I'm not at any of these bonuses yet, but there's three different levels of cards, silver, gold, and diamond cards. And there's all of the different cultures that are in the game that have all of these different things. So, for example, if I get all the silver cards in the Japan set, I will get two two rare packs, and then also range troop defense 5% overall. If you get all golds, you get marching siege machine attack 10%. Attacking range troop defense and HP. That one's pretty decent. Um, the buffs here aren't huge, but they add up, right? If you're able to get all of them, you're starting to increase your buffs quite a lot. But I think eventually I think a lot of people will get there, but it'll take quite a bit of time. The other thing you can do here is you can in the card box, you can compose to try and get a one of the more rare cards. Of course, it's random. You get 90% chance to get a, like I believe this is the gold and this is or no, silver or gold. Um, that can't be right. Whichever one is lower tier has to be this one, and whichever one is higher chance has to be here. And yeah, so that's the way that you're going to upgrade those kind of weaker cards. But it's just going to take a lot of time for a lot of people, and not a lot of people are asking for this. This is just I don't know, just buffs for buff's sake, another pay to win, kind of thing. Because of course you can purchase a card pack for even either $10 or 100. It looks like actually the $10 pack is better for the the card pack. But I'm sure the other one is better for other things, like you get the general and stuff like that, but you get half as many um, of the rare packs. So uh, definitely take that into account. If you're looking to get the cards, no need to get the $100 pack unless you're really looking for something else in this pack. Really, the $10 pack is sufficient here, and it's going to give you a better deal on those cards. But yeah, let me know what you think on that. I'm pretty meh on it. It's just another thing that people have to buff chase, and honestly, it's kind of getting a little bit annoying that Evony just with every release it seems like is adding more and more buffs, more and more events, more and more complexity to the game, and not good complexity to the game, right? It's just like it's adding a lot more things that you have to do every day, and two, places that you can spend money. So, it's no longer like, oh, like should you, just buy this one pack and it'll, you'll get ahead, that's not the case anymore. You have to, if you're a top player, you have to, try and figure out what the best bang for your buck is going to be. And yeah, I don't really love it. I think a lot of players can't really keep up, not only with the buffs, but just they can't even keep up with the a number of events that are coming out. For more casual players, they don't even know what all they need to do in a given day, to get all the, quote unquote free rewards. And I mean, the free rewards aren't going to, be enough, if you're trying to remain competitive. So yeah, they're just adding, confusing, elements to the game and just way too much stuff to the game. And it's also bloating the game. Like the game is huge at this point because there's so many different like things that they've added to the game. But rant aside, the next thing that they added was basically, Blazons. They're annoying, but once you get them done, you don't really need to change them. You kind of figure out your sets, and you might have, micro optimizations like this. I was going for all defending mount troop HP. I have one overall mount troop HP, but that was good enough that I was going to keep it. I probably still will keep this, but if I was a crazy whale coiner, I would probably switch this out to make them perfect. But basically, what they've added is the ability to cultivate level 20 Blazons. So if you have level 20 Blazons, you can increase the attributes even further. And basically, what you have to do there is you have to smelt. So you have to pick you have to pick Blazons that you don't care about, and then you can smelt and get these Blazon crystals, which then you can use for cultivating. Once you have those Blazon crystals and you find one that you want to increase, this one's a perfect Blazon for me. I got super lucky here. Um, this shows you're able to cultivate it here. For lower level ones, you won't actually be able to cultivate. So if I take a level 15, I can upgrade, but I can't cultivate. But on a level 20, you can cultivate. Definitely make sure that you have all of the ones that you want before you start cultivating, or at least have a decent enough, set that you want to start cultivating, and you're not going to just be throwing it away, because um, it's basically increasing those attributes that you had on the first page. So right, the basic attributes here, 16.6, 23.6. If you look here, those are these values here. So you can basically double the value of your Blazon here by cultivating it. And it takes refined stones, which is a little annoying because the advanced refining takes a lot of refined stones too. So you're kind of always out of refined stones if you are doing that. But then it also takes these Blazon gem things. And then basically it's fairly simple here. It's pretty intuitive. You basically have 0, positive, or negative percents here, and then you kind of just work your way up. It's not like normal refining where like you're waiting to get a 23 or something and then you lock it in. This is you basically just are iteratively building it up. So this one, I'm only getting zero point 0.2 increase, but I'm saving all the other ones that I have here. This one I'm not going to accept because, one, you can see that it's decreasing the power, which is a good indication that overall you're decreasing it. And it's just overall negative buffs here. So I'm not going to accept it. You maybe would accept it if this is one that you really cared about and this one you didn't care about. Granted, I would argue that maybe you should try and re-roll that Blazon to something that you actually care about. Um, But yeah, this is basically just a lot of clicking buttons and having enough Blazons to actually advance these. Of course, this does require you to have level 20 Blazons and level 20 Blazons that have good stats, right? You don't want to be cultivating, mount troop load or mount troop training capacity or training speed or whatever all the annoying ones are, even ones that siege machine attack on monsters. Who's using siege for monsters? That's completely useless. So definitely make sure that you have good solid Blazons before you want to cultivate. You can, it does say that you can transfer the cultivation at some point, but I don't know exactly how that works. I can, maybe do another video on that once I figure that out. I would just highly recommend, do it right the first time. That's usually the most cost effective way to do things. For example, in Blazons, don't go all the way to 15 or all the way to 20 and then realize, these ones don't have what I want. You got to iteratively do it. First pick one that has the first two basic attributes that you want, then level it to level 10 to unlock the next one. If it isn't something that you want, start over, with ones that you want, until you get that third one, that's something that you want, and then finally, basically go through that same process. I know it's annoying to throw away a level 15 Blazon, but you wouldn't believe how many times you get to the third one and you have a perfect Blazon or a good enough Blazon, and then you have, like I said, training capacity or uh, troop load or something like that on the fourth one. And it's like, this is just completely useless. So it's better. I mean, you can keep them until you have enough Blazons to, try and perfect them again. But it's not worth leveling that to 20 at that point. Unless you really need the cultivation ones. But again, it's based on these ones. So, and as you can see, the lower two ones that you get have higher max potential. Even though these are all defending Mount Troop HP, the top two aren't as high as the third one, and even the third one is not as high as the fourth one. So it really pays to get good Blazon results. And they've been out for a while now. You can get them for free in the Sphinx event. Not a ton, but enough that you can start working on having a good set. Or at least focus on one that you care about a lot, whether it's siege or mount or range or ground. Pick one and kind of go with it. The rest of them, get it to a reasonable amount, but don't, you know try and focus on what you're trying to maximize the most. Like, for example, this is something that obviously defending Mount Troop HP is super important. If I was a much bigger keep, I would probably go all attacking here because you're not going to get attacked quite as much, and your buffs are probably a little bit better. But for me, I need all the defending buffs that I can get. Rally still hurt quite a lot, so that's kind of what I went with there. But yeah, let me know what you think of these updates. I'm kind of getting annoyed. I know I'm how a lot of people get information about the game, but it is kind of annoying me that they keep adding these kind of, in my opinion, pointless features. Like even these, like with the cards, there's some luck element. With the Blazons, it's like once you get a perfect Blazon, it's just literally clicking the button until you've maxed it. And I'm sure it's going to take a ton of Blazons. I'm sure it's going to take a ton of refining stones, but you can double your buffs on the level 20 ones, and so that's pretty important. But yeah, let me know what you think of this. As always, thanks for watching. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.